Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing? And welcome back to the heart of the Wicklow Mountains here in Glenmalure, Ireland. And of course, Farming Simulator 2013. So we're just gonna hop in our chebe and head on down to the farm and see what's happening. So I did notify the mod author of this map about the little issue we had with the potatoes, and he explained to me what went on. He actually went through the bother of loading one up and using the same gear and planting the potatoes and getting them to harvest time, and did the whole 9 yards, sprayed them with the same stuff. And what it is in a nutshell, basically, and this is hard written into the code of the game, is that the furrows that you see, I guess it probably goes for the seeding ones too, but we just blew right by. That's what happens when, ooh, anybody behind us? Good lord, I'm driving like an idiot here. But especially for the potato, because you know how it lays the big deep furrow, right, instead of just those little shallow grooves. Apparently all that stuff is aligned north-south, right? And if you look at most maps, you'll see the fields kind of lay square to a north-south, right? I mean, the length of the field might be east-west, so that's the way you end up dealing with it. But nonetheless, right, it's still got a flat side on north and a flat side on south. So, and apparently you can't change that. Now, when you go over it with the potato topper, that's perfectly fine. But the harvester only removes one furrow at a time. So if you don't run right along the furrow, it doesn't actually remove what's there, because that's how the whole removal thing, I mean, there's not actually a physical thing there, right? There's a piece of code that says if a certain thing goes over a certain area, then remove it. It's the same with the fertilizer, and that's why we ended up with the black streaks. Fertilizer only disappears from the field where you actually harvest over it, right? Like the field that we left rest, it stayed dark because we never harvested anything, right? Once I harvest the crop that's on it, it'll be the pale color of normal soil. So the fields here in Glenmalure are actual Google Earth images. In other words, how they're laid out in the geography of Wicklow Mountains in Ireland is exactly how they're laid out here, north, south, east, west, be damned. I guess the big Grimmy Maxtron, the big harvester, because it does several rows at a time, will probably work out better for us. But I think what we're going to do for now, well, not right now, but for now, is probably switch over to sugar beets for a little while. Besides, you know, I mean, got to give the piggies some variety, right? And they're breeding like rabbits, by the way. I think the last time I looked, I was up to almost 50 pigs. So we are going to have to deal with them before they sort of take over the farm. But, so there you are. And I have actually, I went over and I planted barley on that field. Well, I guess you guys were there. I did plant over it, and have grown that up and have harvested it. And the barley grew just fine, it harvested just fine, and because we now actually have properly harvested the entire surface area of the field, that funny blotchy pattern is gone. You'll notice I also barley upped on this field. Alrighty. Seeders. I also had mentioned, well, actually I don't think I even mentioned it. I guess Steve watched the video and I said I had that issue with the seeders where, you know, as soon as they got light enough, they just wouldn't touch the ground anymore. And, oh, actually, I guess, yeah, okay, in the last video, we did see it a little tiny bit with the one seeder we were using. Well, I have, even though I kind of said in the last video I didn't see that we needed to be doing bigger stuff, I have actually moved to a bigger seeder. Not because it wouldn't touch the ground, and that, by the way, and I checked this and it is absolutely right. Again, Steve informed me of this from SCmodding, the guy that built this map. that there is a thing you have to change, kind of, in the code on the attachers on tractors on an MR map. And anything that was converted as part of the MR code, like all the tractors that Doral did for the, like when you load the MR mod, it loads in all of your stock game tractors, but converted to MR, they were converted properly, and all of them will lower your stuff exactly to the ground and will raise it the exact height. So I imagine that's the same issue I ran into with the corn head and the combine harvester, right? You know, I'd lower the corn head and it would jack the harvester off the ground. Well, without an adjuster on the height, the head height, we were screwed. That wasn't going to work. So, but I have moved to a bigger seeder, just simply because I am finding that driving or dragging something around the width of the tractor was just taking too long. Because in MR, let's face it, you're not doing 20 mile an hour with a seeder behind you. Right, you're doing 5 or 6 miles an hour. So if you got to go 40 times around the field, it takes a while. So what else have we been up to? Well, so I have gotten a bigger seeder and a bigger cultivator. This gear here, this is going to go. This is all our potato gear. So, and quite frankly, if we're going to replace it with sugar beet gear, I think we're going to have to take it to the store and get that extra 20%, because it's going to make a big difference when you're dealing with almost $100,000 worth of gear here. So I already have the cedar. We have that other little Amazon cedar, and it should be suitable to the task. That probably wouldn't have bounced so bad if I'd actually bothered backing up close to it. Oh, I also added this. I haven't actually tested it yet. It's from an HLK pack. Now, the trailer that hauls it out here is not a more realistic mod, and I got rid of it as soon as I'd done the job with it. But this basically is a seed silo. Because, seeing as my success at driving lately seems to be quite limited, I thought, save myself the embarrassment of continuously backing into the wall of the building the harvester's in trying to get to the seeds. I mean, it's not a bad spot for it at all. You know, and nobody certainly told me I had to park the biggest piece of gear in my fleet in there, but, you know, you'll notice I didn't exactly tuck my water towers right up against a wall either, did I? No, there's a reason for that. Yeah, there is. What else? I have actually put quite a few hours into the game between last recording episode and this one. So, oh, one of my guys said they were still having trouble. One of my viewers, they were still having trouble with the getting grass into the cows. Now, it seems to me that when I fed them grass, I actually fed it to them in that secondary trough, that outside one around the corner by the big field I just put into barley. But I am going to grab some grass and we'll try the other trough as well. I'm just going to flip this off. See what it nets us for quinola. That should do. Are you in the box? Kinda, huh? There we go. Now you're in the box, by guppy. Alright. Just hop out here for a second. And 43.2. Yes, please. Alrighty. Now, what do we got here? 6:11. I'm pretty sure that's 6:11 in the morning. I think it's 6:11 in the morning. Yeah, it must be. I should set that to 24-hour clock, then I'd know. Oh boy. I know there is that option in the options. You can run a 12 or 24-hour clock. I almost went right by the place again. I really don't have my mind on farming today. I just keep wanting to go home. Well. So, So, what shall we do first? As you see, oh, you might have noticed I also got a bigger bale trailer for hay bales. I figure since we've gone back to baling, might as well have a decent trailer. And that conveyor thing we had, I couldn't get it to work. This one actually hooks up to the front loader attachment on your telehandler. And as you can see by the silage in it, it actually does work. So very cool. That one was from SCmodding.com. They have some pretty good mods there now that they've stopped using, for the most part, stopped using that uploaded.net thing for all the files. Which is good, because unless you're a paid member of that particular thing, they limit you to 50 kilobyte downloads, or 50 kilobyte per second downloads, and a file only every certain period of time. I think like every 90 minutes or some darn thing. Don't quote me on the time, but yeah. So this still has some potatoes in it. Now I know we got these out of the silo for free, so I'm wondering if I'll be able to just like dump them back into the potato pit. Because I'd rather feed them to the piggies than give them away to the store. It's half full. Well, we'll try that. So I can dump them back in where the potatoes go. Okay. That is lifted. You'll notice there for a moment it flashed. Yeah. So. But, so yeah, if we have an issue with the seeders, all I'd have to do actually is get an in-game tractor. One of the ones that was converted with the MR pack, and go from there. You know, I'm sure you'll run across the occasional one that was converted outside of that pack. Yeah, there's really no way to get potatoes out of here, is there? I don't know why I thought there would be, to be honest with you. Yeah. Alright, well. Darn. Because I don't know that this thing's even worth all that much money. Well, I won't say the potatoes were free, but unlike the rest of our seed, see, even up here on the road it keeps flashing I'm going too fast. And yet the planter is not lowered and it is not turned on, so no. It's in the off position because that back piece raises up when it's on. Gotta love this JCB. It's so fast you can like get up there and intimidate these. Come on, move along, move along. Potato demon coming through. There you go. I don't think we phased him a bit, to be honest with you. Not a bit. Okay. You, sir, are also going back where you come from. You're off to Grimmy Land. Oh, 20,000. Darn, that thing was worth more than I thought. We're up to 135. Should probably be having a looky. Here we go. Tractors, frontal loaders, harvesters, potatoes. Nope. Alright, we still got to sell that, but we're only going to get 4,000 for it. But we do need this, so might as well get the expensive piece first. There we go. That leaves us $50,000. Ooh. Well, there you go. Aren't you just fancy, complicated? Wow. You're just all chains and belts and bits and pieces, and wow. Okay. That's quite the piece of engineering sitting there, you know. When you get right down to it, probably in some aspects more complicated than the tractor that's towing it. Because when you get right down to it, the tractor is basically just a compilation of a bunch of stuff that they already knew a whole bunch about, like wheels and engines and windows and, you know, not to say altogether it isn't very complicated, but look at this thing. It had to be specifically from the ground up built to do one thing, and that's chew sugar beets out. So, and be able to pipe them into a trailer when it got them out of the ground. Quite a complicated piece of gear. I mean, maybe just because more of it's exposed than it was on the potato harvester, but it looks more complex than the potato harvester did. So, and I mean, Lord knows what the inside of those big Maxtron units are like. I'm sure they're probably on a level of complexity about with an MRI or something, you know. Ow! I don't know why I always go down instead of up. I don't want to go down. Now I have to drive across the silage pulling this giant machine. Hello, coming through. One good thing, this JCB will drag anything over anything, he says as he gets stuck on the top of the silage pit. Oh no. Alrighty, here we go. So, sugar beets are us, huh? Maybe once I get the bales up off that little field? No, this hasn't been planted yet. We could do this and show. Oh, God. No, that's, like a little more sugar beetery than we would need. Yeah, I think we'll try that field again. I got, 2 or 3 bales to pick up, but other than that, should be good to go. And I just remembered, yeah, I do have something in that other stall, so... Wow, is this even gonna fit under here? Ooh. Alright, we'll just pretend it did. Okay. Nice. Alrighty, come here, boy. You're not gonna notice that thing on the back, are ya? No. No big leaping about in the air there. Alright, full speed ahead. Alright, this little thing just flies, eh? 27 mile an hour isn't really all that fast, but it sure feels like it when you're screaming up a hill in a tractor. So I'll get this piece of gear swapped over, and then I'm going to grab our telehandler and a scoop or 2 of grass, because I think my cows are pretty much out, and I don't want them to stop producing milk, because we're getting about 10,000 bucks once a day, or $10,000 a day, I should say, in milk right now. So that's a nice little boost, considering I've only sold 1 trailer of crops since we started the map. And sorry I did that off screen, but needed to make some quick money to kind of try something a little different, because some of the mods just don't really work out. There we go. And seeing as you don't get full dollar, you can end up cutting your finances awful tight really quickly. So yeah, there I said about 4 grand, we get 4,020. So now we get 54k. The other piece we needed is only 14,000, so we'll buy one of those. Yes, we will. There we go. And there's our other new piece of gear. I don't know why I was looking at my feet. Cool. Lift defoliator. Well, I don't know if that lifted the defoliator as much as it kind of just lifted the... Oh yeah, I guess there's some kind of little cut and blade things going on down there or something cool. Oh, sorry. I wonder if he knows how much he looked like a speed bump. That's probably really mean. Well, there we go. We are now out of the tato business and into the sugar beeteries. Looks like the sugar beet might have been... Well, I guess because we didn't have to deal with a separate seeder. We actually got 20 grand on a seeder, so there we go. Look at that, he actually went the right way this time. Aren't you guys proud? Couldn't care less? Good, good. I wonder where the heck I left that over there. Well, one thing at a time, because I get confused. Oh, I put a, he drives through his wheat field, or barley field. I put a harvester header rack over there. So, just a bunch of plywood and stuff we slapped together. So. Seems to work well enough. Well, I couldn't get either of the, oh, there you are, you ruddy booger. Hiding on me, were you? Yeah, there you go. Completely slipped my little tiny brain once again. Oh yeah, I couldn't get the forklift under the corn head. I was going to throw it up on the top shelf there, but that particular corn head's got this sort of a platform on the bottom. And it makes sure that it's pretty much flush with the ground all the time, so that didn't work out too well. Now, I believe originally you were over here because I was going to use you to pull the trailer. No, we got the John Deere doing that. So I guess we're pretty much done with the JCB. We can go park them up. And yeah, I think we'll, so this is kind of a nice trailer, eh? A new addition. Might as well have a little look at it while we're here. Bashing bales around. Check it out. Mexican. Taneas Aguas. Pretty cool, huh? Well, I don't know, Mexican, Spanish, whatever. I don't know, it just struck me the nice orange wheels and the light green is, you know, having spent a fair bit of time in different parts of Mexico. That's the kind of thing you'd see. But it has some neat stuff. It does have, if I can get an angle of it here that's actually worthy. There we go. It does have like loading ramps, for instance, so you can actually I guess we gotta be powered up. And then if we hit X, zip, zoom, zip, zoom. Pretty cool, eh? So yeah, you can use it as a vehicle ramp as well. And we just lost our cool back angle. Oh, wow. It's only a little space it works. There we go. So yeah, that has the ramps to do that. That little overload sign on the back of it also is a part of it. And what else we got here? Z attach load. Is the load not attached? I don't know if that really did anything. Oh yeah, you can see it suck it down. Cool. Alright. So that's our new new bale trailer. The other one I'm using for wool bales, because we actually had a full set that I needed to deal with. So, let's go put this guy away. Then, we'll go grab a couple of scoops of grass for the cows, and I think that'll do her for this time around. You'll notice I have a second telehandler now. So. it just seemed to make more sense to have one to do our baling and all that sort of work, because that can be pretty much a full time, and then another one that we can use to do things like what we're about to do. Although at the moment, well, I'll tell you, if I tried that in real life with my arthritis and at my age, oh boy, I'd be off with a fat lip. I've filled up the other greenhouse. She's all topped with water and delightful amounts of poop. So, you just need to open that up. Here. Come on. Oh, what? You're not going to take that last little bit? Oh, that's terrible. What are you looking at, cow? That's piggy poop. It's not even yours. You're going to stand there and glare at it because it smells like piggies? Is that it? Alright. Tell you, I think they might have stuck us with some of them strange cows. You know the ones? The strange ones? There we go. You'll take it. Or I'll dump it on the ground or whatever happened to it. I don't know. Cool. See you later, cows. Oh my god. For a moment there, things get really scary. Alrighty. So, this isn't the right implement, as it were, for grabbing grass. I don't think they want us using the same tool we pick their leavings up to be feeding them with. I can't say as I blame them. I really seldom stir my pot of spaghetti sauce with a toilet brush. For obvious reasons. You know. Yeah. How's our shelf in here? Do we have room for this device? We do. Could that actually be the thing I'm looking for down there? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Whoopsie. I think it might just be. It is too. Lovely. Of course I would pull out in the wrong direction. So, let's grab us a heap of the grass. Whoop! And give it a minch. Let's see here. Can we see better that way? Yeah, that's not bad. Probably a little smarter than holding it up over our heads. Now, I think both the sheepies and the cows requires grass. I believe that would be the sheep one there. I think. Grass is not accepted here. Oh, what are you eating? Nothing. Why are you eating nothing? Oh, wow. Really upset him, I think. What about you? Oh, this is where we put your grass. I'm sorry. For some reason I thought the really horrible rusty things were where your water went. Yeah. Aren't you glad you guys are watching me to figure out how to do this? God, I hope that's not why you're watching me. Alrighty, now. Yeah, we keep getting a flash of a dump symbol. Okay, now keep in mind with this thing, you'll notice it isn't just sliding off. You actually have to unload. And that's all they want. That just seems wrong. Look, we barely got anything in there. Get rid of this silly sign. I want to know if I'm spilling the rest of my grass all over the field. Well, I Kind of thought they were going to get a little more than that. Oh well. Oh well. I'll give some to the cows, I guess. I want to make sure that's up high enough. Now that's their water trough. Do 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 do. So this is the Albert. I think they call it grape. Is this the grape one? I know, weird name, but I didn't make them up. Let's go all the way to baling technology. No, it's not baling technology at all, is it? It's in with the frontal load errors. Here we go. So where is it? Why is it not there? Why am I being such an idiot? Oh, miscellaneous, of course. That's, yeah, it is. It's an Albert grape. And again, that's the SCmodding. It's the Albert handling package. So it's from FS UK. And they have a grain bucket, and they have... Where's the scoopy thing we were just using? Oh, the shear. So, yeah. And there's the dung grab that we just used to get all our poopage. So, cows, that's what I was doing. So yeah, there you go. That's the way that I usually feed these guys, or have been up to this point. How are you guys doing? Oh, you still got lots of grass in there. Goodness. Want some more? Sure you do. You're all big, hungry, healthy cows. Come on. Huh, and this one, oddly enough, I don't have to click Q to unload. But it goes a lot quicker. That's kind of odd. But there you go. And straw inside, like I said, we can do it with the blower or with blah 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 blah. Exactly. Now, I don't know if this one will grab silage or not. Might be one of the other attachements. Oh, apparently not. Doesn't seem to have any problem with that at all. Cool. See if we can find an inside space. Give them some silage. Let's first of all bring them up. Hello, the cows. Wheat. I don't care about wheat. There we go. Now, let's find a moose. Here we are. Cow's own liquid manure. Oh, quite a lot, eh? Manure. Alright, we got almost another trailer load there, too. Nice. Ooh, milk tank's got 2,200 liters. Nice. The truck comes in about 10 hours. Okay, well. See, I'm getting a dump thing right now for silage. So... Am I also getting an unload? Yeah, I am. So let's see if our silage goes up. It does too. Check that out, guys. That easy. 2,500 silage. So, cool. So we know that works. Lovely. Well, I think that's going to do her, guys. Next time around, we'll, I think, work on getting that mixing station up and running. And probably getting the rest of the goodies to our Piggly Wigglies. Because they still need some stuff. And, God help us, the chickens are out of food and water. So, it's going to be an episode filled with thanking Steve so much for showing me how to do it, and cursing myself for still not being a good enough driver to actually pull it off. So, there you go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. A little more upbeat than the last couple. And again, I do apologize for being down. Please don't think that it was just simply because I was having issues with the map or anything like that, or the mods I was using. It was... you know, it's really bad arthritis in my hips and stuff like that, and you spend most of your days in a state of one form of pain or another, and you tend to be a bit of a grumpy old bugger after a while, so, but that's alright. It beats the heck out of being stupided out on meds all day. So, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I sure enjoyed having you around for the ride. Till next time, take care of each other, folks. Hello, handsome brown sheepy. Look, grass. Mmm. Yuck. At least it ain't all full of spit like the cow trough. Okay, folks, take care of each other. Species 7 out, and ciao for now.